What's going on, America? This is Kevin in Kevin's Corner. And you know what? I was thinking, what makes me or us, all that is a part of America, what makes us American? Is it that I'm black, or that someone might be German, Russian, Asian, Hispanic, Arab, whatever? Does any of those factors make us American? Does any of our race, any of our ethnic background make us American? No. What makes us American is culture. Americans have stuff in common, meaning we all were born here, raised in America, and we understand the culture. And I hear a lot of people having a problem with America's stance, some of America, and Donald Trump's approach on illegal immigration. And they say, oh, you know what? He's being racist and he don't want to make us a melting pot. He doesn't want us to have inclusion. And I say, puppycock. For the simple fact, we already are a melting pot. We have lots of black, Asian, Arab, Mexican, Hispanic, German, Irish, English, you name it. All types of people already born here in America from all those different races. But we don't say, let's send them back, or let's get rid of all the legal immigrants of color in America, send them back to their country. No, because what unites everybody, regardless of their race in America, is the fact that we all have the same culture. Why do you think it is that you relate to other people when it comes down to things that you like? I am a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. There's some things about the Pittsburgh Steelers that you just need to know. The Pittsburgh Steelers got the most Super Bowl rings out of anybody. The Pittsburgh Steelers have only had 3 coaches in the whole history of the franchise, and they're very loyal. The Pittsburgh Steelers don't even have cheerleaders. They're like, we don't have time for all that. We're about business, okay? I am loyal to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I lived in Cincinnati, Ohio, surrounded by Bengals fans. And every once in a while, I would run across somebody in the middle of a crowd with a Pittsburgh Steelers hat or shirt on. Immediately, I run through the crowd. What's up? Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. And they go, why do they do that? Why do we connect? We don't need to know each other's names. No, we don't need to say, you know what, I grew up around you, this and that. We have something in common because we both are Steelers fans. That made us leap past all the other formality that you need to have to get to know somebody. That's one thing that made us go, I feel automatically connected to you. And it's the same thing with American citizens and just simply wanting to know, if you are going to come to America, we don't want you to say, let me bring my culture to America, not to just share it and tell everybody, hey, this is how it is from my country, but instead say to influence your culture, meaning we come here to bring our culture here. And even if our culture bumps heads with America's culture, y'all are going to have to lump it and like it. Simple as that. Or you can adapt to our culture, but don't criticize us. We can do whatever we want because in my country, I come here, this stuff is permissible, whatever, and we're going to do it while we're here in America. I don't think that's how things are supposed to work. I think when in Rome, you do as the Romans. I think Americans can appreciate people of all different cultural backgrounds in other countries. But if they are coming here, the first thing you do is say, if I'm going to be an American, I want to honor your culture by honoring and respecting your Constitution, your immigration laws, the laws that you have on books, the laws of the land. I'm not going to say, I want to come to America, I want to be a part of all the fruits of America, but I don't want to contribute. I don't want to believe in America. I don't want to adopt America's values and their justice system. I'm going to come and suck America dry. I'm going to come and do whatever, take advantage of their lenience and so on and so forth. But I'm not going to assimilate into their culture. And the first part of assimilation is simply saying, I'm coming in the right way. So for people who are against a wall, people who are against immigration reform, you sound ridiculous. I don't think you're thinking it through. I think you're letting the media manipulate you into thinking that when people say we need to have immigration reform, that must mean that they hate all immigrants and their races, which would be ridiculous because we are a country filled with all different races of people. But what unites us all together is the fact that we are American. When we say football, we don't mean soccer. If you grew up in America, when you say football, you like a football. Now, if I go over to Argentina or somewhere or certain places in other countries and I say football, they're like, oh yeah, the football. They got the ball, the soccer ball. I'm going, what's that? Why don't they look at football like I look at football? Different culture. When we talk about baseball, we say, oh, America's passport. We love our fast cars. We love our muscle cars. We love all of that stuff. We love eating popcorn and pizza and drinking pop and having grill outs and doing all kind of stuff that unites us all as Americans. And guess what? If we were, for whatever reason, under any type of attack, what would make us all forget that we are black, white, Asian, or whatever would be the fact that we go, hey, man, dude, let's put all that aside right now because we're all in the same country. We're all Americans. But now I want you to think about this. If I went to another country, snuck into the country, never bought into the culture of the country, never fell in love with the country, and for whatever reason, God forbid, my native country decides that they got a beef with the country I snuck into, and I've never assimilated. Never really bought into it, never really fell in love with it, never really wanted to become a citizen for the right reasons and go through the right channels, but I came in, circumvented all of that and just took advantage of the situation. But I'm still loyal to my home country. I haven't assimilated into this culture. Do you think if my home country attacked the country that I snuck into and was hanging out, that I would side with the country that I haven't assimilated into, that I would be loyal to that country? No, I have nothing in common with them. I have not assimilated into the culture. I don't believe in their constitution. I don't believe in their laws. So I'm going to be loyal to my country. And I'm going to say, soon as I get a chance, I'm either going to sneak back over to my country or I'm going to sabotage the country that I'm sneaking in right now, because pound for pound, I'm still connected mentally, emotionally, everything to my country. Now, I'm not saying when somebody leave their country and come to America, they have to forsake their country and say, if I come from Mother Russia, I hate Russia now. Unless Russia did you real bad or something or whatever. But I am saying that when you make it up in your mind that I'm going to become a citizen of another country, there has to be a reason besides I just want to escape a bad situation. It has to be a reason besides I see that they are weak in areas that I could exploit and make a lot of money out of it. It has to be because you go, I really like that culture. I love to blend in. I love to move over there. I love to contribute. If I move to Greece, I believe Greece has a wonderful landscape and they're architecturally just nostalgic and all of that stuff. But if I move to Greece, I'm moving there because there's something about Greece. I say I want to be a part of that culture. All right. So that's the problem with identity politics and the darn dirty, funky, crooked Democrats who are playing games. President Trump talked about the budget today, and unfortunately, he felt like he had to sign it to fund our military. But I love one thing that he did stress at the end of it. And I wish he would have did this. If I was him, I might even vetoed it and put the Democrats' backs up against the wall concerning DACA, because they're not really interested in solving DACA. He said that the Republicans want to solve the problem. Democrats want to let the problem continue because that's their talking point. That's their campaign slogan. We're there for the immigrants and President Trump's racists and trying to keep them all out and this and all of that. And he said, look, man, they're only using you guys. All right. They don't require illegal immigrants to come in and assimilate, believe in, swear loyalty to the United States. In fact, they encourage them to still feel disconnected. They entitle them and empower them to go out and demand citizenship after they broke laws to come into the country. Go out and talk about when you all say USA, it offends me. But yet I ain't even supposed to be here. I'm offended when y'all stand for the pledge allegiance, and I'm upset when y'all sing the national anthem, even though I'm an illegal alien. The Democrats have created that mentality from illegal immigration or illegal immigrants that are running around demanding. If they really want to demand amnesty, citizenship, something like that, they should go down to Capitol, go up to Capitol Hill and get in the Democrats' grills. Because hopefully now that this budget's been passed and they had ample opportunity to solve the DACA problem, hopefully all the Latinos that are saying, look, man, I didn't come here under my own accord. My mom or dad brought me here. Hook me up. President Trump said, I'm not even going to hook you up, but the ones who ain't even registered, I'm going to hook them up too. And the Democrats said, well, you know what? We don't want that because then he gave us kind of too much of what we asked for. And we won't have nothing to say during the 2018 campaign. We won't be able to say those nasty, dirty, racist Republicans won't let the Mexicans stay because they hate all Mexicans and they're racist. It has nothing to do whether you're Mexican. If it was Africans sneaking across the border. I love Mother Africa. Ooh, nah, nah, nah. Dook, 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 dook. I love it. I got lots of African friends. And guess what? I still would be saying, hey, man, you got to come in the country the right way. I don't care if you look like me or don't. There's laws that we have here. And if you really want to assimilate into our culture, the first thing you would do is start by respecting our Constitution and our laws. If anything, if you were brought here and it was by somebody else bringing you here, I sure enough wouldn't be running around saying, I demand citizenship. I probably would be saying, you know what? I respect America's Constitution and the laws so much, I understand and recognize my parents, they made some choices that bucks up against the Constitution of America. I'm not going to justify that. But what I am going to ask is that you guys do something for us, considering this is the only country I know, and I want to be a part of it because I believe in America. Not because I'm Mexican, not because I'm black, white, German, or whatever. That's what the Democrats want us to focus on. They don't want us to see each other as all Americans. They don't want us to say, you know what unites us is the culture. When everybody gets up and say, let's stand for the American flag because we were born here and we respect the country, automatically something in us makes us stand up and go like this. You know, they don't want everybody to feel that way in America. They want us all to feel like, well, that flag only represents just a certain group of people. It don't represent you. Yeah, that flag represents racism, white supremacy. That's what that flag represents. So don't stand for it. Man, disrespect the president, the office, disrespect the Constitution, disrespect law, all of that stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and co-sign for you because at the end of the day, when it's time for me to run for office, I need you to vote for me. Now let that sink in. That's why I have such a big problem with what Hillary Clinton did when she took her butt over to India and had the nerve to badmouth America on foreign soil. And here's the thing that I hope people catch. She said that Donald Trump won because he tapped into people who had a problem with black people getting ahead, problem with women getting jobs, a problem with, and then she appealed to her audience, Indians being prosperous, which she didn't fail to do. See, this is how Democrats suspend your logic because they import emotions. For that to be true, what she just said on foreign soil is that almost half of American citizens are racist, misogynist, and bigoted. That's what she's saying. Almost half. Do you understand? If that is the truth, our country is in big trouble. She didn't mention that states that voted for Obama and Bill Clinton just simply didn't want to vote for her. She didn't mention all of these quote-unquote white supremacists and all of these women who only voted for Donald Trump because their husbands forced them. You think that those same women who voted for President Barack Obama being a black man, If their husbands was that racist and bigoted, you don't think they'd be like, what you doing voting for that you know what? I'll be danged if anybody in my house go out there and vote for that guy right there. I tell you what, you better get your butt in that voting pool and punch Republican. But the same people went out, voted for Barack Obama, had nothing to do with whether he was black, white, whatever reason, they believed in what he was selling. But then, all of a sudden, she's saying half of America has been suppressing this hidden bigotry, racism, and misogyny all of these years after voting for Clinton, voting for Barack, all the powerful women that's been in the world and in the government. Nobody had come out and said, I'll be dang if Condoleezza Rice be going over and representing this country. Nobody said anything about none of that. But Hillary comes along and all of a sudden we just, oh my God, I can't suppress all of this pent up racism and misogyny. I don't want that woman. Let me tell you something. I would have voted for a woman, just not that woman. She fails to realize she was crooked, deceitful, and really, when it comes down to bigotry and racism, she is the poster child for it because that's what she starts off with. She rides in on focusing and highlighting race and division amongst us all, but she does it in a passive-aggressive way, and she flips it and hits you with the reverse mind trick along with the rest of the funky Democrats to make you think that they're not racist. In fact, they're trying to get rid of racism by highlighting racism. That's what that is. We're trying to get rid of racism by promoting racist feelings, by saying all of you are being unjustly treated and everybody's against you, and then tiptoeing right over to the other person and say that group is against you, and they play both sides and they keep that going to keep everybody separated. It's like when me and my buddy instigated a fight between two girls in high school because I was in one girl's ear, he was in another girl's ear. We got together, found out what both of these girls were feeling, and we catered to their emotions. I went over, yeah, she said this, he went to her, and then we went back and forth, and they're thinking that we on both of their sides, but we weren't. All we want to do is see a fight. We wanted an outcome. Now, I know I feel bad about that now. Just a moment of silence for the girl that got beat up. Okay, and I'm back. So my point being is we didn't have either one of their best interests in mind. We had a goal and objective, and that's what the Democrats have. They don't have black people's goals and objectives in mind. They don't have Mexicans, Latinos, none of that. They don't have your best interests in mind. They have their own. That is it. It is, you know what? We're going to pass spending bills that keeps us in power. Yeah, and the people who vote for us, we're going to keep throwing the crumbs out at them so they'll still think we wear the white hats and keep coming back punching Democrat while we don't ever really let them get ahead. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, that's all they really want to do is keep people divided. Don't see yourself as Americans. Don't see that unites us as we all believe in this country, the Constitution. We all have the same cultural, even though we might come from different ethnic backgrounds, black, white, but culturally, we all have the same culture. If I go to France, I don't care how much I am impressed by hearing people talk, comment allez-vous, mon chéri, vous êtes très belle. All of that stuff, I might be going, ooh, look at that beautiful language, baby. Do you hear that? That's really nice. And then American come up and say, hey, can I get a hamburger? You from America? I sure am. I'm from America. Man, what's up? Immediately we connect. Why? Because we from the same cultural background. That guy can be white, he can be Mexican, he can be Arab, but if I detect an American accent, I'm going to say, you're from America. Yes, I am. Well, don't get on over here. And it's all love. So we need, as a country, to stop focusing on racist differences and stop letting the oppositional party, and I'm speaking specifically to the funky, dirty, crooked Dems, stop letting them, along with their complicit, dirty, nasty, smelly, liberal media who echoes everything that they say and pushes their hidden agenda into the public, stop letting them get us with the Bugs Bunny Jedi mind trick. All of them are against you. You are oppressed. you are downtrodden. You are whatever. And people go, yes, I am. Speak more to me, O wise one. They fall for it. And that's what keeps us divided. And that's what keeps them in power, because they know if they can continue to focus on race and not culture, they have forsaken America when it comes down to instilling that all Americans, regardless of your race, develop a sense of pride in your country. Look out for your country first. Look out for your brothers in America first, whether they white, Chinese, whatever. If you are Chinese right now listening to this, if you are Mexican listening to this, and we over on foreign soil, and somebody, even if a group of African dudes jump you, I'm not going to sit there and say, just because I look like them, I'm going to let them African dudes beat up the German-American guy just because. I'm going to say, whoa, 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 man, at the end of the day, he's an American. I got your back, man. It ain't got nothing to do with your color of your skin. We're united because of culture. But no, you listen to the Democrats. That ain't what unites us. What unites us is the fact that we all believe what the Democrats say. We all are liberal. We all are inclusive. We all don't want borders for our country. We all don't want to have any differences of opinion when it comes down to morality and religion. We all have to think like us. And that's what makes us all Americans, like Hillary was saying when she said the progressive smart states, the ones that smart, all the educated, higher thinking people, they all voted for me. But the rest of those backwards, backhill states, they voted for Donald Trump because they're all racist, misogynist, bigots. That's why. And y'all who are listening to this voted for her. If you voted for her, it's okay. There's still time. Okay? We learn from our mistakes. But nonetheless, don't keep making the mistakes. See through the garbage. See the real agenda and motive from the funky, crooked Dems. Don't let them get in power in 2018, and definitely don't let them take over the presidency in 2020. And that's my take on it. You've been listening to Kevin at Kevin's Corner. This one came hot off the press. Drop the mic on that one. God bless you. If you like what you heard, hit like, share this video. And I want to make something clear. I'm not saying that when people come over here, they cannot still hold on to their roots, their beliefs, their culture, and so on and so forth. But you can honor, respect, and have your culture. But don't forget that you live in America now. And if you live here and you want to assimilate and really be an American, it starts with saying, well, you know what? Even though I got a different background and culture, I'm here now. And I should have come for good intentions and good reasons. And it starts with believing that, man, I got to respect some laws. It's that simple. And if I went in the wrong way, maybe I need to go back out and knock again. It's like when I was an educator and somebody would just come in the room, Mr. Asmi, can I talk to you? And I'd be like, no, what you're going to do is you're going to go back out that door and you're going to come in the right way. You're going to knock. And so for all those funky, dirty, nasty Democrats and liberals out there saying, it doesn't matter how people come into the country, this and this and that. If you were laying up in your big, crooked, funky, nasty, dirty, rich bed, what's that one lady who Pelosi? Yeah, if you up there sleeping with your toes sticking out from under the covers and your grandkid just busting your door in the middle of the night, Grandma, you would go, did you knock? I ain't gonna just let you come on in my room. Grandma might be getting her groove on, even though I'm about 103. But don't just open my door. Knock. Don't come in and expect, oh, well, I mean, I just figured since the door was closed, that must mean let myself in. Ridiculous. So if it makes sense on a personal level, why doesn't it make sense on a mega level, a national level? Now, if you want to donate to Kevin's Corner, there are links in the bottom to do so. And I hope you share this video, like the video, subscribe, and so on and so forth. Hit the notification button because, you know, YouTube, they do some shaky things. And then also check me out on Wednesday nights at 7:30, my live radio blog talk show. You've been listening to Kevin. I know this one a little long, but I got on the roll, man. I got on the roll. God bless. Next time in Kevin's Corner.